Hey, you're watching Vinyl 4 Miles, your best resource for music, audio gear, and vinyl reviews. Today we're talking about some modular systems to store, protect, and travel with your records. Stick around. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Michael. This is Vinyl 4 Miles. What we do here is audio gear reviews, guitar reviews, vinyl reviews, accessories, anything having to do with my hobbies. I'm on top of it. I'm gonna bring you content. If that's something you're interested in, go ahead and give me a subscribe and turn on the bell notification while you're at it so you don't miss out on future videos. Today we're looking at some really cool, unique modular systems to store, protect, and travel with your records. There's various different ways you can go about traveling with your records, whether you're a DJ, whether you're moving, you're just bringing your records to the office and back, or if you're just going to a buddy's house and you want to bring a handful of records. There's all kinds of products on the market that help you store and protect your records and make it easy to travel with. I'm going to go over 3 of these products, one being very cheap, kind of DIY, one being very focused on the DJ or the music enthusiast who travels or goes to trade shows with records, and then finally one that's more geared towards home, but it's modular and it can be used outside the house. So starting off this video, we're going to go with the most DIY way you can store, protect, and travel with your records, and that is a wooden crate. There's all kinds of wood crates you can buy online. If you just go on Amazon, there is tons of ones that are geared specifically for vinyl records. But what I'm gonna show you here is something I picked up at Michael's. You can pick it up at Joann's, Lowe's, pretty much anywhere, any craft store, any home goods store, you can grab these dirt cheap. I bought mine for $8, I painted it, and it seems to be working so far. So this is the storage bin that I've been using. If you guys watched my vinyl storage video, I have this reserved for new arrivals and anything that pretty much can't fit into my storage cube area. It is pretty big right here. This thing can hold up to 100 pounds and it can fit about 100 records if you pack them in tightly, probably about 60 to 70 if you have them loose. I like to keep my records a little loose, so probably around 60 records in here. Now this is not specifically made for vinyl records, and you can kind of tell once I show you here, if I lean this up, I have a little bit of extra room here and I've been putting my Revolver magazines in here. So the advantage of this is it's cheap, it's DIY, you can stain it, you can paint it to whatever color you want to match your room, and you can pick it up virtually anywhere. Now the downsides to this, it's not fully protected. It's not made for records, so again, your records may fit kind of oddly in here, they might shift around a lot. It's also pretty heavy compared to the other products I'm gonna be showing you on this list today. And finally, if you're traveling with this in your car, your records do shift around a little bit. There's no dividers in here and there's really nothing stopping your records from moving around. While I recommend this for a stationary approach, if you have this at your house or if you have a record shop or if you're just traveling lightly, this is definitely a good solution. It does have some handles on the side here, so it's easy to carry, but again, it's pretty heavy. Once you get this thing fully loaded, it's gonna weigh quite a bit because it is wood, it is full wood. This is not particle board or anything like that. So it does have a lot of strength to it, but it is gonna be pretty heavy. When it comes to my recommendations for this list, this is actually my lowest recommendation because of the reasons I just mentioned. Before we jump into the next product, I wanna give a huge shout out to Saraband. They sent me these 2 records. They came a little late. These were supposed to be for Record Store Day. I showed you guys the Blue Velvet soundtrack on one of the previous videos that they sent me for Record Store Day. Unfortunately, these came a little late. You can still pick them up online, but it is the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift soundtrack. This comes on orange and black, and there is a printed image on the back of side D, which has a nice custom etching. If you're a Fast and Furious fan, you're gonna notice that this kind of has more of a synthwave art to it. This is a special edition cover. Now, this is the first time this has ever been released on vinyl. And overall, just a totally cool package. You can pick this up online now at Saraband's website or any other distributors that you can find in-store or online. Big Night, this is the motion picture soundtrack to Big Night. This comes on crystal clear vinyl. It is the first time this has ever been available on vinyl, and it has some amazing classic Italian hits on it. Even if you've never seen this movie, this is a very romantic Italiano soundtrack that you can put on to set the mood. There's all kinds of fun stuff on here. There's Mambo Italiano on here. So if you're a fan of the movie or if you're just a fan of Italian music, definitely check out Big Night. But a huge shout out to Saraband for sending it to the channel. Thank you. All right, guys, so the next product I want to feature on here is from a brand called UbeCube. Now, what they specialize in is collapsible modular crates. So thinking of standard plastic crates, now they're beefed up, they're a lot thicker, they're more durable, they're using higher quality materials, and they have these specialty kits, whether you're a musician, a DJ, a construction worker, or you're looking for something to put your cold beverages in, they have a solution for you using their modular crate system. What we're looking at today is called the DJ crate system. This is what it looks like broken down. Now, I know what you're thinking. There's no way in hell you can fit records in this thing, but it does pop up, it is modular, and there's a lot of action-packed features into this product. All right, so here's how the crate looks when it's broken down. First thing you're gonna do is pull it up like this, and we're going to open up the top. And the sides should just come down. If you look through here, the sides kind of slide out. And you're gonna push them into place, you'll hear it snap. There we go. And you can see here there's a little grip there, and that's when you wanna break it down, you push on this grip with your hand and kind of push it in. Let's go to the other side. Same thing, let's push it out, you hear it click. It's 3 clicks, you got 1, 2, 3, clicks into place. And then finally, you're gonna see a large hole in here. It does come with this clear window that you can use or not use, it's completely up to you. This goes in through here and it just snaps into place. And then you can lock it using the little dials here. So let's lock it all into place. And finally, the lid comes down and this thing is fully assembled. That easy. If we turn it to the side here, you can see this has some hefty handles. Now these are rubber handles. They have some steel rivets here that hold it in place. Now you can load up to 75 records in this thing and hold both these handles to travel. Your records fit securely, and better yet, they include some cool accessories too. So what they included with mine is this divider. It's a record divider. This goes in the center. So if you're DJing and you want to separate your rock from hip hop or so on and so forth, or if you just want to bring less records and some accessories, you can divide the cube in half. It's pretty cool. That slides into place. And now you have a nice divider in the middle. So you can put hip hop over here or rock in there, or you can just stack like 30 records here and bring some accessories if you want, or headphones, a little mini preamp, or whatever you want to stack in here. Now, once this is in place, it's not going to move because of those guide wires. And you can close the lid. You lift this thing, you're ready to go. Now, you can also, this is modular, like I said, so you can stack multiple cubes on top of each other, or if you want, you can actually flip this on its side. You can open it up through here, and you can actually take this out, and you could stack your records vertically instead of horizontally. And then this can close, and then if you want to stack these on top of each other, you could put a label here, rock and roll, 80s, classic rock, whatever. Pull it open, then you have your records on the inside. Or if you're traveling, I recommend putting it up like this and then stacking your records in like you normally would, close it, and carry it like this. So there's all kinds of different modular uses for this, but what we're gonna do now is we're gonna fill this thing up full of records. So let's get on that. I already have about 30 records in here, and this is only taking up half the space. So, and it's also completely form-fitted for records, so if you move this around, your records aren't gonna get damaged. Everything fits in here like literally perfectly. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill up the rest of the slot here. Now these are in here pretty snug, but this fits a ton of records. Now here's the cool thing. When you open it from the box, it has this nice picture of a bass guitar on here. You can actually take this off and you could peek into here to see which record's in the front. So why don't we go ahead and take the artwork off and see what's in there. All right, so there we go. I did not plan this. That's the Blue Velvet soundtrack. I did not plan on that being the first record in there. But it gives you just an idea that you'll easily see through this window what the first record in your storage bin is. And then there's also a clear window on top if you wanted to see how much room you have in there, or if you wanted to stack your records like I mentioned earlier, you could stack them this way and you can see the spines on here of how many records are inside the crate as well. So I'm gonna finish filling this thing up and see exactly how many records I can fit in here. All right, so I got this thing stacked pretty well. This is about 65 records. And as you can see, there's still some room for my records to breathe. I do have this divider here, which is really helpful. And if we close it, we can get a nice view through this top window of how much room I have and then which record I have in the front. So, ooh, this thing is pretty heavy. There's a lot of records in here. So when you're transporting this, you need to have something very solid to hold on to. There's two ways you can carry this. If we look here, there's a built-in handle. Unfortunately, it's built for people with small hands, and when you stick your hand in here when this thing is full, you're gonna hit the record, so it's not really easy to pick up. So you're gonna have to kind of put your thumbs on top and just grab the side. You can't really fit your hand all the way in there when it's full. But the DJ version does come with these awesome handles. You can put these on the standard vinyl crate. So if you buy the standard vinyl crate, these are available on their website to purchase, and these are heavy duty handles. They can handle up to 100 pounds, no problem. If I was a professional DJ, hell yeah, I'd use one of these over one of their road cases. Those road cases are extremely expensive. This gives you a ton of protection. I mean, it's gonna hold your records securely in place, and I have no worries with it. It's also worth noting the lid does lock. Listen here, that's locked. So the lid does lock, no worries there. And if you're worried about traveling and having your records pop out, I'm gonna go ahead and do the test. So we got the lid on. I'm gonna flip this upside down to see if it can hold all of my records. But yeah, this thing is solid, and I highly recommend picking this up. Check them out. It's UbeCube.com, UbeCube.com. I'm gonna put the link below. Again, this was sent to the channel for free. I got zero compensation though for featuring this. So this is my opinion, and I'm recommending it for you guys. All right, let's take a look at the next product. So the next one I'm gonna be looking at here came in a box like this, and it's from a brand called Origo Deco, or Origo Deco. I'm guessing like original decoration is maybe, it's a shortened version of that. Not too sure, but it's called the Record Storage Holder on Wheels. Talk about a literal name for a product. It is a record storage holder, and it has wheels attached to it. It is modular though, you don't have to use the wheels, and there's all kinds of different ways you can use this product. There is assembly required. It took me about 10 minutes to put this thing together, but I am happy to report that it's using high quality aluminum. The wheels are great, and it can support up to 100 records and over 100 pounds on this little caddy, if you want to call it that. Now what's cool is this product did come with all the tools you need. It comes with your assembly instructions. Came with a screwdriver. It's kind of a cheap plastic molded screwdriver, but cool, it came with it, and it comes with an Allen key. So if you're worried about buying this and having the right tools, don't worry, it comes with all the tools you need. Once it's assembled, this is what the product looks like. It's basically a frame. So you have two beams on the bottom, you have four on top to kind of give you this rigid cube, and then you do have some wheels on the bottom that are held together just with some Phillips head screws. You can unscrew these and not use them if you want to put this on top of a shelf, or if you have a permanent location for it. However, these wheels are actually really nice. They're rubber wheels, so they're really easy to move, and they're gonna kind of take the impact away if you're moving on a rough surface. And each one of these corners, you're gonna see these little loops. They look like a little mini rainbow. That's gonna keep your records from sliding outside of the storage system. And you do get some cool notches on the inside. You can see right here. These notches, you got 4 of them. These are gonna help divide your records. And it's also gonna help you keep your records in one spot if you're not filling this thing up to the brim. So why don't we go ahead, turn the camera down and load this thing up and show you how it works. So here we have the vinyl record storage holder on wheels. Now, why don't we start loading up some records? I'm gonna show you how everything fits in here and how helpful these little notches are when it comes to dividing your music and keeping your records from falling over. So they got about a finger's width to go back and forth. So you can fit some larger double LPs and some oddly shaped records in here. And probably you can fit some of your box sets too. Some other special edition box sets are gonna be able to fit in here, which is great. Now I'm gonna leave it here. So we got about 15 records, 25 records here. And what I wanted to show you was what these little notches do down here. So as you can see, usually if this was a standard cube or a storage area or something like that, and you don't have this thing packed full, your records are gonna fall over, they're gonna slide on the bottom. But since these little notches are here, it's gonna stop it. So what you can do is divide your records up. Let's say this is country, and then I wanna put in some classic rock. I'm gonna do here. Again, there's another notch here. It's not gonna let my records completely fall flat. So you can see I have about 10 records here that I wanna put in for classic rock licks, say. Again, watch it slide, and it's gonna stop it, which is great. It's also gonna be helpful if you wanted to give your records some space when you're looking through them. And then finally, there's one last notch here, and you can fill this in with whatever you want. So that's pretty much everything I had inside my previous storage cube. This is about 70 records. So this is more than capable of handling 100 records. Now, if I lift this up, it is very heavy. So that's where these wheels are gonna come in handy. You can scoot this thing around if you're bringing it from room to room, or if you have like a dedicated spot for it, like in your living room, let's say, and you're having guests over and you wanna wheel the thing away out of sight, it's really helpful and easy to use. Now you can take off these wheels, and they do have these little rubber anti-vibration or anti-stop pads that go on the bottom. So like you could stick this on a cabinet, or you could stick it on top of your storage area, and it's not gonna move around because it has that grip on there. I recommend keeping these wheels on because that's honestly the selling point for me, are the little notches to help you divide your records and the wheels. And that's pretty much it. Solid construction. Again, this is steel. Putting this thing together took less than 10 minutes, and look at how much stuff you can fit inside here. And again, this is great for sifting through your records. It gives you a nice area, and it has enough room for you to kind of go between them and see what you're looking for. I have some of my Christmas stuff up here that I've been storing. Oh, here's a nice Record Store Day Dio single that I picked up, live in Donington. Newest Porcupine Tree album. So there's all kinds of records in here. There's all kinds of stuff that you can do with this. It's a modular system. The only thing you can't do is you cannot stack these on top of each other. All right, guys, there you go. This is some quick and easy ways to store, protect, and travel with your records. There's a lot more products on the market. There's backpacks. There's, cardboard storage boxes for records if you're moving. There's so many different ways you can transport your records, but these were the cool, innovative products that were sent to the channel that I wanted to spotlight. And also a down and dirty DIY, wood crate method that I've used for the past couple of years that actually hasn't had any issues so far. Big shout out to UbeCube for sending their DJ Cube to the channel. Big shout out to Origo Deco for sending their vinyl record holder on wheels. Some really cool, innovative products. I really highly recommend you guys check them out. Hope this video was helpful. If it was, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment below. What are you using to protect and travel with your records? Do you have other products that I should check out? If you'd like to see some more of my vinyl reviews, you can check those out up here. If you guys are into turntables, I just did a review of the Fluence RT83. You can check that link up here. And I'm also going to be releasing a video later in the month or early next month on how to upgrade your RT82 and 83 to the 85 specs at your leisure whenever you're ready. That's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed. This is Vinyl for Miles. Until next time, I'm Michael. Thanks.